Now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Yes, welcome back. Seems like an absolute age since I've done one of these solo videos. Of course, the review after the Watford game where Leeds United picked up their first win of the season. Well, this is a little bit different. What I'm going to do for you today is just look ahead between now and the next international break, because unfortunately, guys, there is another international break before the season's done. The first week of November, I believe it is, or second week, around that time. So what we're going to do today is just have a look at Leeds' fixtures between now and then, specifically in the league. Of course, we know we've got Arsenal in the cup in a couple of weeks as well, but we're just going to take a look at Leeds United's next four fixtures and what I believe will be the favourable games, the tough games, and our overall points return. I'm going to try and be as non-Leeds biased as possible. You know me, if I look at them individually, I'm just saying, right, okay, we're getting 3, 6, 9, 12 points. But I am going to have a little bit of a more in-depth look and be a little bit more realistic, let's say. Although I still think it's a nice points return. So you guys might not think it's realistic. But look, as you can see from the graphic below there, we've got Southampton away, Wolves at home, Norwich away, then Leicester City at home before we go into the international break. So we're going to start, first of all, with Southampton. But before we do that, please, if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. We're so close to 7K now. Please like the video, hit the notification bell as well so you know when videos are dropping. And of course, get your comments in. I want to know your guys' thoughts on what your perspective points return will be over the next round of fixtures. 4 fixtures in the Premier League. And of course, we've got a cup tie against Arsenal, but I want to focus specifically more on the Premier League games. So, Southampton, guys. Well, you'll be happy to know, okay, that Leeds United against no team have won more Premier League games than they have against Southampton. 14 in total. We beat them both home and away last season, and they are our record team. You know, everyone has that bogey team. Well, Southampton fans must look at Leeds United and say they're our bogey team, because we just struggle to beat them. And Leeds United have no more wins than against any other side than against Southampton. 14 in total. Che Adams has pulled out of Scotland camp, so he's probably going to be missing for this game. James Ward-Prowse as well is, of course, suspended. He was sent off for 2 yellow cards, so only just 1 game he'll be missing. It'll be interesting to see as well if Romain Perraud will play in this game. You know, he started the first 2 league starts of the season. Of course, Leeds United were linked with Romain Perraud during the transfer window before we went for Junior Firpo, who, by the way, has been getting better and better week in, week out. That hasn't been the case for Romain Perraud, because after he initially started the first 2 games, he has since dropped to the bench for the 4 of the last 5 top flight games. It is Ralph Hasenhüttl, Mr. Cryy Boy, has preferred to play Livramento on the right side and Kyle Walker-Peters on the left. Really excited to see Livramento as well. Obviously bought from Chelsea. I know Oscar had him in his team of the season so far. Really young, exciting fullback. 1 place separates us in the league as well, so a win would be huge in this game and would give us a bit of breathing space. And look, I know it's away from home. It's a bit mad because I look at these fixtures and think the away fixtures favour us by far greater. Southampton and Norwich both away. Our record against Southampton, as I say, is very, very healthy. We beat them home and away last season. Ralph didn't really have an answer for Bielsa. I think we were quite comfortable in both the games, if I remember rightly. Livramento will be someone to be wary of down that right side. Of course, they have no Jan Vestergaard this season. He's at Leicester now. No Danny Ings, Che Adams out, James Ward-Prowse out. I look at this fixture on Saturday, and of course, I'll go more in depth in the actual Southampton preview. But I think it's another win for Leeds United. I'm really confident about this one. So I think that's 3 points in the bag at the weekend, and 3 points and a great start to this next run of fixtures. So that'll be Leeds' second win of the season up against Southampton. Following Southampton, we then return back to Elland Road and we will play Wolverhampton Wanderers. And for me, this will be the hardest of the 4 fixtures that we have between now and the next international break. And I know, look, Leicester City, they're a European side to fighting, but they haven't had a great start to the season. Wolves won the last 2 coming into the international break and are in decent form. Villa up next for them this weekend. Yes, it is a tough game, but it's one you could see them winning, and that could mean they'd have 3 wins on the bounce. coming into that Leeds United game. The new signing, Hwang Hee-chan, he set it alight, 3 goals in 4 appearances. Raul Jimenez has started to click. He's got a goal and a couple of assists. They've got some great wingers in Trincao. He's definitely one to watch for Leeds United fans that haven't seen much of Wolves this season. And we all know what Adama Traore can do. So I look at this Wolves one and look, it'd be great if we got a point. I think it's going to be a very, very difficult game. And look, I'd take a point now, genuinely, if you could give it me. I do think it'll be very tough for us to win each and every game. Out of these 4, and that's me. It's really hard for me to say this, but I'm trying to be a little bit more balanced. But yeah, the Wolves fixture is one that will be a really tough tie for me. Hwang Hee-chan causes problems. They've got the target man in Jimenez. Adama Traore can carry the ball for fun. Yes, I don't rate him highly, but he's a bit like Alan St. Maximin. I know people are saying St. Maximin's better. I'm yet to be proved on that. I think they're very similar. I do. So it'll be interesting to see how we cope with these talented players going forward. New coach, obviously very different to the time under Nuno. Very much pragmatic, boring, rubbish footballing under Nuno. We're seeing a little bit of a different vibe to Wolves this season. Didn't start amazingly well, but Jimenez has started to get on it. New signing, Hwang Hee-chan, as I say, has lit it up. So this is going to be a very tough tie for us, and I'd take a point now. I'm going to take a point. Like I know I'm trying to remit. We will lose one of these, and if we're going to lose, I think it'll be Wolves at home. But I am going to say we get a point in this game because at home, it's a big plus for Leeds United, but it will be very, very tough. We then go away again, and we've got Norwich City. Listen, I'm really worried about this one, not because I'm scared of Norwich. I'm not. Look, they've only got 1 point all season, and that was against Burnley, and it was 0-0. They've only scored 2 goals all season. They are so bad defensively. 16 against. There's only them and Newcastle that have conceded the joint most goals in the division. Everything tells me we have to wipe the floor with them, away or not. Genuinely, this is a 3-point banker. It was a bit like the Watford one. You've got to beat Watford. We have to beat Norwich. Between us playing Norwich, they'll play, I think, Brighton and Chelsea. So I'm not expecting them to get any wins there. If it's going to come, it'll come against Leeds United, believe me. So that's what's got me concerned and worried about this one. But we've got to beat Norwich, and that's an away banker. It's 3 points, but I am really worried just because it's Leeds that it would be so Leeds for us to go on and lose this fixture. But listen, it's a 3 points banker. We've got to win this one. Following Norwich, guys, we will then, of course, return back to Elland Road and play Leicester City. Now, of course, this is going to be a tough game. Leicester are a fantastic side, but they are a bit all over the shop so far this season. Only 2 wins on the board. There seems to be something seriously wrong at Leicester for me, although Jamie Vardy's still smashing it, League's top scorer as we speak. They've got Man United, Brentford and Arsenal before they play us. They could be in a lot worse a position than what they are, now, currently. Man United, Brentford will be tough. Arsenal, they normally have the beating of Arsenal historically, but they could be in a lot worse position than what they are now, and the mood within the camp pretty downbeat. They could be primed for the taking. And for me, we have to win one of these home games. I believe we will. I think we'll struggle against Wolves, so I think the win comes against Leicester. I think we beat Leicester at Elland Road, and that's the one I'm going to lump on for being the home tie. So of course, look, 4 games there. I've not predicted any loss. Do you expect anything less from me? No, you probably don't. But look, Southampton, best record against any other Premier League side. They're our team. We're their bogey team. We beat Southampton. Wolves is going to be very tough. Okay, we could lose to Wolves. Let's switch it up. We lose to Wolves. We beat Norwich. You've got to beat Norwich. If you don't beat Norwich, there's something wrong. They are a banker, home or away. And then Leicester. And I think we will win one of the home games in this next run of 4, and 2 of them are at home, Wolves and Leicester. So the win comes against Leicester. I think they lose against Man United, they lose against Brentford, they might beat Arsenal, but they're in a poor run of form, Leicester. Still better than us in the league, of course, and it's still Leicester City, but that's where the home win comes. So that's 10 points. 10 points between now and the next international rate. And of course, we've got Arsenal squeezed in as well. Let's beat Arsenal. Let's get through to the quarters. I think it is after the 4th round. But I am confident. I said that, let's go on a bit of a run now. Let's go on a bit of a run. It's conceivable that Leeds could not lose any of these games. It's conceivable. Southampton and Norwich for me are in. They're in the bank. 6 points. Let's pick up a point against Wolves, beat Leicester. Happy days. If you win them all, it's huge. It's conceivable that we're not going to. I suppose it's conceivable we could lose them all, but I just see Leeds United now taking that little bit of a run, taking that next step, giving ourselves some breathing space. Starts at the weekend against Southampton. We get, 3 points in the bank. We then back at Ellen Road, Raucous crowd. It's going to be tough. Trincao, Hwang Hee-chan, Adama Traore, Raul Jimenez. Look, give me a point. I take it now. We could lose that game. Let's say we lose that game. Okay, we've got to beat Norwich. It's a banker. Leicester are in the best run of form. Yes, they have 3 games between now and when we play them and could turn it around, but it's not an easy run of fixtures for them. It's not an easy run of fixtures for them. Jamie Vardy, top scorer, of course, he's going to be dangerous, but Leeds United do have Diego Llorente, provided he's still fit when we get to that game. But I'm going to stick my neck on the line now and say Leeds get a minimum 10 points in the next 4. I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Let me know your points return against each individual side and total. Let me know in the comments. Thank you as always for watching the Just Joe Football Show. I will have a more in-depth Southampton preview dropping. I'm also not going to the game at the weekend, so we'll be doing a watch along on Saturday. So make sure you join me for that as well. But thank you as always for watching the channel. Subscribe, comment, like, all that jazz, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.